Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Coaching for Coaches. My name is Anna. You might know me from my other channel, Magic and Miracles. I've been a coach for 9 years, coaching people of all sorts of walks and lifestyles. Previous to YouTube, I'm on YouTube now for 2 years on Magic and Miracles. I was coaching people in the entertainment business, stand-up comedians, actors, some businessmen and businesswomen, but primarily people in the entertainment business. And now that I came on YouTube, I've also discovered a huge audience that I'm very lucky to have, who is deeply interested in creating change in their lives. I have also coached quite a few coaches and created this channel specifically for these purposes. Coaching a coach is entirely different than coaching, let's just say in quotations, a regular person. Nobody is really regular. Everybody's very, very deeply special. But it requires to have a coach that I feel has seen enough to really coach a coach in a way that will bring them not only abundance, but longevity in this business. And I feel like I have a lot to say, and all of this to say is that I coach coaches as well, and you can find that package down below. Now, what I offer is not just to coach you to become a superstar coach, which I think should go without saying. I coach you to really understand this business, to set your business up, and most importantly, I should say, to work out any issues before you begin coaching. I've seen too many coaches now on YouTube. I think you all know who they are, who coach but yet have not faced their own demons. I think it's truly important to face your demons before you go in and start handling other people's demons. He will just have a lot more to offer. I think that goes without saying also. So this audio, I want to dedicate to the 3 things that a superstar coach must have. The 3 must-haves of a superstar coach. This, in my opinion, is completely irreplaceable. So pay attention and take notes. The number 1 thing cannot be overstated. This is genuine caring about your clients. This you cannot fabricate and you cannot hide if you don't have. All right. So this is why I encourage people who are thinking about being coaches or are coaches today who genuinely don't derive any kind of pleasure, have no interest in this, just got into this for all the wrong reasons. We all know what those are. Drop it. It's not yours. It's just not yours. This cannot be fabricated, like I said, and really needs to be there for you to have a long career in coaching and for you to be successful as a coach. If you don't care, your client can tell, okay? Your client can tell. It's going to be a very superficial relationship. I cannot teach you how to care about people. I think you need to be driven towards that, and you need to have a story to tell of your own, which is why you care. In my case, and I've shared my story on Magic and Miracles, I had my own share of experiences, which led me to seek help. And when I was in my mid-20s, I reached out to a therapist. I tried to look for coaches. Neither was successful in my case because I truly just did not find a person who gave a shit enough to hear me out, to know what my concerns are, and to really, for me to feel like this person sitting across me really gives a shit, okay? This goes for every profession, in my opinion. This goes for a lawyer, obviously for a therapist, any kind of service that you provide. In this society, if you don't care about your job, drop it. It's as simple as that. To be a coach, you really need to get off, for the lack of better verbiage, off of the help that you're providing to this person. It really needs to be a joyous process for you. You really need to derive pleasure in being able to assist another person and genuinely care about their concerns. Their concerns are your concerns, as long as you're coaching them. It cannot be, again, superficial. It cannot be that you're just clocking in and out. There's enough of that. If you want to be a superstar coach, you need to bring your A-level game and get into this business for all the right reasons why you really want to help people. That is the number one thing that should dominate your desire to become a coach. Nothing, not the money, not that you're recognizable all of a sudden, not that, people love and adore you for what it is you preach. You're there to do a fucking job, okay? You're not there for you. You're there for them. Nobody gives a shit about you. That you have a personality, that you're strong, that you're powerful, that you're delivering the service, and it has to be done in a certain way. That's for you to figure out. Okay, that's good for you and all that jazz, that you're equipped to create a change in somebody's life. But you're there for a very specific reason. And that reason is your client, okay? That is a must. That is irreplaceable. Like I said, if you genuinely do not care about what your client's life will be like and what their problems consist of. And listen, there's a lot of things that I hear in my coaching that is sometimes very difficult to hear. Nevertheless, I derive the pleasure each and every single time in figuring out how I'm going to bring this very person right in front of me towards where I see them ultimately going. Which leads me to my second point, knowing what the fuck to do, okay? Knowing what to do. You should have some kind of experience when you're starting out as a coach, which led you to believe that you want to be a coach. Everybody's starting out somewhere. It's not like hoopla, you're popping out a complete, master and a professional. But the experience that you should have should be there. That is, no one can give that to you. Again, your own personal experience, your own personal point of view, your own personal knowledge that you've acquired somehow, some way, through reading, through experiencing, through trial and error, through experiencing things with your own methods, this, that, and the other, not just reading books, not just watching other people do it, not just watching YouTube, okay? You need to have your own personal experience in your personal life that I did this, that, and the other, and it worked like this and like that. And you need to have quite a few examples of those. I don't care if you're teaching yoga. I don't care if you coaching. I don't care if you laying brick. You need to know what the fuck you're doing. At the very least, you need to work towards that. You need to have your own point of view. But go check out my other videos/audios here, and you will see, in some what I would look for in a superstar coach in general. Your guidance is what they're coming to you for. You need to have a ready to go, yeah, okay, I hear you, this is the problem, but I know exactly what to do. And with time, of course, with practice, even when you're starting out, you're accumulating practice through your clients. You're seeing what works best with a certain kind of personality and with another personality. But essentially, you should have this intuition. In my case, personally, I can speak that I channel in my sessions, but that only comes from the framework of the knowledge that I've accumulated through the last 15 years that I've been deliberately studying metaphysics, quantum physics, etc., etc. All the knowledge that I've researched, the things that I've experienced personally, trial and error, like I said, etc., etc. I really need to show up being the coach that I am. And like I said, you don't need to be perfect, the master overnight, but there is an inclination that I see in every coach that I've ever coached, with the rare exception, we won't mention, that this person has already. They've always had it, they just haven't really pinpointed it because maybe they don't have the confidence, maybe they don't believe this is valuable, maybe all these kind of insecurities and fears. But if you have the quality of this genuine care and genuine inclination towards giving advice, and maybe people come to you for advice already, then you're on the right track. You just need to obviously, and of course, continue developing the knowledge, continue tweaking, perfecting your methods, the things that you discuss, etc., etc. I would really say strongly that intuition comes in handy. In this case, there's no way for me to explain how I'm able to channel in session. I just intuitively pick up on a lot more than the person is telling me. There's an underlying story of energy that I'm picking up on, and I'm translating it into, I think this is the right answer. Even though the person might not tell me exactly what I'm picking up on vibrationally, they might not verbalize it to me, but I don't even need that because I feel into my intuition. This is how I am able to channel, and I feel like just theoretical knowledge, for this very reason, just book smart doesn't fucking cut it. You really need to have experience. You really need to come prepared with a golden nugget or nuggets plural of your own expertise already. The number 3 is the desire for the client to succeed. The follow-up. You can't just give advice, hear them out, and the next session you kind of like blank like the white page. Okay? No. It's continuation. You need to pay attention to what the person is telling you, their problems, the issues, their worries, and continuously following up on those issues session after session, checking in, following up. How is this going? How is that going? What about this? What about that? You really need to be consistent as far as that goes. This cannot be overstated also. I re-listen to the sessions several times, sometimes a couple of times for sure, certain passages several times, because I want to catch, first of all, every word that my client is telling me, but also I want to feel into the energy. Second time around, third time around, it hits different. There's more there to be uncovered. There's more there to feel through, pick up on, listen to. Okay, and so your intuition again will tell you, okay, we're making progress. This is what I need to kind of follow up on. This is what I need to supervise, because let's face it, you're the structure that this person is looking for. And you really need to keep certain things in check so that your client can make progress ultimately. And if you're consistent in this way, your clients will make progress in a relatively short period of time, much faster than any other coach, that's for sure. I really feel from all the accounts that my clients have delivered to me in my coaching sessions, speaking about other coaches that they've employed in the past, the reason that they are not successful in delivering the results for those people is because every session is like a brand new session. Every session is like the first session. That is completely superficial. It's stupid. It's a waste of time and money. You really need to weave the story together with your client and see them progress, and really genuinely, again, to be interested in their progress. Even after they completely, they've completed your coaching, they left, and, even then you need to follow up with them. Hey, how is it going? Maybe there's something to tweak for them. Sometimes people in my coaching come back for touch-ups. And there's certain, loose ends sometimes to really tie up, perfect, this and that. Some people come back to me a year later for touch-ups, let's just say. Sometimes it's, less than that, but a year later, sometimes they come back And it's a completely different person than what I've coached before, because now they've progressed, they've utilized all the knowledge that I've shared with them, and now we can really kind of like drive some things home, really kind of cement them into being. So it's follow-up all the time. You ultimately need to know that this person came to you for a result. And I don't know about you, but I really am restless until I get that result from my client, provided, of course, that the client is wide open and lets me do my job and doesn't interfere with the process. So these are the 3 points that I would say are the most important. This is what will make you stand out in the crowd of a lot of coaches who, quite frankly, don't know what the fuck they're doing. Completely not. It isn't the camera. It isn't the equipment necessarily. It isn't the shot. It isn't necessarily the background. None of this will make you a superstar coach. It's the content, it's the care, it's the follow-up, it's genuine interest in this person's development. There aren't that many people, like I said, in different areas of service out there that genuinely care. And the ones that do receive business nonstop, first of all, and achieve their goals nonstop, because there's genuine desire, genuine love for what they do. And that, once again, you cannot fake. It's just impossible. So this is what I feel is absolutely necessary. If you feel like you want to continue this discussion one-on-one, all the information from me is below. Thank you very much for listening. Until next time. Ciao, ciao.